Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, or IUU fishing, is a global problem impacting food security and the sustainability of marine ecosystems worldwide. Each year, IUU fishing produces between 11 and 26 million tons of seafood, comprising as much as 40% of the catch in some fisheries, and resulting in an estimated annual global loss of $10 to $23 billion. In this video, we will use the Palantir analytic platform to demonstrate the ability to analyze the large datasets collected by the Trygg Mat Foundation to identify known and potential bad actors. Regular imports of Automatic Identification System, or AIS, global maritime positioning data allow analysts to see the location of over 60,000 fishing vessels at a given time. The Palantir platform can filter the results in several useful ways. First, we can limit our analysis to only those ships flagged under the 8 countries designated as non-cooperating with the European Commission's IUU regulation. Because ships in the AIS import are resolved against the database of known fishing vessels already in the Palantir instance, we can identify ships that have changed names, International Maritime Organization numbers, or flags of registry. While this behavior does not necessarily indicate deception, such changes may warrant further analysis. Next, we can focus on key zones where IUU fishing is common, and then filter for ships moving at speeds consistent with trawling. The data model used here allows us to quickly locate ships identified by the regional fisheries management organizations as having engaged in IUU fishing. To understand the commercial network associated with such vessels, we can look at the organizations that own, manage, and operate these ships, or that have in the past. In this example, we see that one ship is owned by Palsu Maritime Company. A search round returns the entities associated with Palsu. Because the periodic AIS imports contain geospatial and temporal properties, we can examine the other vessels owned or operated by Palsu and analyze their behavioral patterns over time. To build out the network further, we search for other commercial organizations linked to Palsu. In this case, we find Western Range Company, Limited, within 2 degrees of separation. This is an organization whose activities have been analyzed previously, and we can quickly retrieve the complex network developed by other analysts in this investigation. Examining the graph, we note several suspicious patterns. First, we see that Palsu appears to have exchanged ownership of several vessels with another commercial organization, Bright Star Holdings. We also note that 2 vessels in the network share multiple properties, including ownership, vessel name, and IMO number. These are likely the same vessel, and we can use Palantir to quickly resolve the records into a single entity. Perhaps even more suspicious is the pattern of shared ownership and management of 10 companies by the same 16 individuals. Often, such relationships are indicative of shell companies used to disguise suspicious activities. Further analysis of these organizations reveals a common address in New Delhi, India, shared by at least 10 commercial organizations, as well as a law firm associated with the organization's owners. Using the Palantir platform to conduct geospatial and temporal analysis on the large and dynamic datasets collected and compiled by the Trygg Mat Foundation, we can develop a comprehensive list of fishing vessels worldwide, track vessels to identify suspicious behavior in near real time, and scrutinize those organizations involved in IUU fishing.